Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectMeWithTiffany. Welcome to ProjectME with Tiffany Carter, the podcast and posse. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today my goal for you is to stop trading your time and energy for money. When we do that, we end up not being able to create that true freedom, that true lifestyle that we so badly desire, and true wealth, because time and energy is a limited asset. This is also why it's our most precious asset and the asset that needs to be preserved, nurtured, and tended to the most, because we only have so much of it at any given time. And it's also on a sliding scale, right? Some days you have more time and energy than others, some weeks, some months, depending on what's going on in your life, how you're feeling. If you're someone who has, some form of illness or condition that can rob you of your energy like I do, or if you struggle sometimes with mental health stuff, as do I, you definitely have a sliding scale. So if you're only dependent on active income, as I call it, meaning where you trade your time for money, you're going to always come up short and you're not going to get to where you want to go. And first, I want to tell you how I did it all wrong. Because I really believe that all of the mistakes I made, embarrassing moments, all that stuff, all happened for a reason. And the greater reason is so that I could share it with all of you. So hopefully you learn from it and you don't make the same mistakes, or if you're in the middle of doing it, you can stop yourself. Because if I had someone that I trusted and felt comfortable with really clearly point things out to me, I absolutely would have adjusted and done things differently, even as stubborn as I can be. So how I built my first company, which I still have, and it's my parent company, TLC Enterprises. That's my company that focuses on digital marketing in the pharmaceutical, medical, and healthcare niche. I built that company the hard way. I didn't know there was an easier way. I had a belief that if you wanted to be, incredibly successful and wealthy, you had to work your ass off. I was modeled that growing up. I was taught that. Society teaches us that. Corporate America teaches us that. So I didn't even know there was another way. Anyone who appeared to be making money easily to me, I didn't trust it. I didn't believe it. I thought it was handed to them. They just got lucky. That's just a rare occurrence. So when we really strongly have conviction and believe something, we actually push away evidence that shows us there's another way, which is just incredible how powerful our mind is. So I worked 12 to 14 hours a day, 6, oftentimes 7 days a week to build that company. I overworked, meaning I overgave and overworked far past where it was even necessary, because again, I was supporting that belief. Now, on the outside, people could go, wow, you were able to, leave corporate America and be a full-time entrepreneur within 6 months. You matched your base salary. Then, you got to $200 a year, $250 a year, $350,000 a year. That's amazing by most people's standards, right? Yeah, that's great. But I was damn near killing myself to get it. I had meltdowns for sure every week, at least once a week. I wanted to quit. I would say all the time, oh my God, I had no idea entrepreneurship was going to be so hard. I just want to go back to corporate America. It was actually much, much easier. So I created my own self-imposed prison. Subconsciously, again, I didn't know there was another way. And it was brutal. And I was like, this is not fun. So I had to start, figuring out, God, is there another way? Now, thankfully, by the time I was at least 5 years in, by the grace of the universe, I met my business coach. And that wasn't really a thing. So I don't want to do math in my head. What was that, 7 years ago now? That was definitely not a thing. At least it wasn't in my awareness. It was more like people who had coaches were either celebrities, star athletes, or, you're president of a multi-billion-dollar, organization or something like that. So thankfully, the universe placed in front of me exactly what I needed. I mean, like I always say, when the student is ready, the right teachers appear. So I'm very thankful for that. But he's worth $100 million. And what I was able to really understand from him is that the only way to generate that level of wealth and be able to travel all over and not be stressed. And I would watch his reactions to losing money in the stock market, or maybe someone went to sue him or something happened in one of his businesses and he didn't really get all riled up. That doesn't mean he was happy about it, but he didn't get all riled up. And it was because he had enough streams of passive income and built up wealth over all these years. I mean, he's well into his late 70s now, and built up all these streams that he had the freedom of mind, the freedom of choice, the freedom of peace. He didn't do anything that he didn't want to do just for money. And that's what that creates. So obviously I was seeing someone, so to speak, end result of many decades of work, but it showed me that there was another way. And I'm here to show you guys there's another way. So I started creating passive income streams early on, actually, when I was when I was even back when I was a pharmaceutical rep, because they do dollar for dollar matching and stuff like that. So I had it wasn't that much money in it, but I had, stock portfolio and things like that. That's a form of passive income. So I started building that up over time. So you can start doing that with as little as $500. You need to start somewhere. I started somewhere. I think it was like $200 or $300 a paycheck or something like that I put into it. So I had those streams, but I know the streams I want to talk to you about today, because I'm not a financial advisor, obviously. The streams I want to talk to you about today are ones that you can create that are aligned with your business and your brand. So a lot of you are, service-based entrepreneurs. You're accountants, lawyers. You could be practitioners, healers. Maybe you're nurses, doctors. You do Reiki, yoga instructors. You're a coach of some kind. So that's active income. That's fine. You're trading time and energy for money. I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, I have active income too. But 70% of my income is passive, which allows me to be highly selective about where I spend my precious time and energy. Now, that's built up over time. So I don't want you to compare your year one of creating passive income to my year, really more like 15. But you can build it up a lot faster now, more than ever, because of the power of social media, the power of personal branding, the power of digital products. And that's what I want you to really capitalize on now, and just open up your creative mind into different things that you can do that are really going to help you. So where I really started raking in a lot of passive income, I've been doing Facebook ads, by the way, since the beginning of Facebook ads. So that's a long damn time ago. And again, you don't have to go this route, and you don't have to use ads, especially if you have a built up organic audience. But I just want to share with you what I do, because I imagine most of you are kind of curious. So I have a passive income stream of affiliate marketing. That's different than network marketing. So affiliate sales, being blunt, is when you're selling someone else's product or even service and getting a commission for it. Period. End of story. It could be jewelry. It could be a digital course. It could be, sweatshirts. So when you see a lot of these like fashion influencers and the Like It Know It app and stuff like that, they're showing, the different home goods products that they use, like their blenders or, their home decor or their latest, bag or pair of shoes. That's all affiliate marketing. So, and they're using their actual built up audience in order to drive traffic to that. And then they make a percentage off it. So what I still do, but what I did, done for many years, is I find trending products or products that I think are going to be trending, i.e. The pop sockets for your mobile phone. Or another one that I made a lot of money on is the like beanies, like the beanie hats. And then there's a hole in the top for your like top knot or a ponytail, different things like that. So I then find these products that I can be an affiliate to. Obviously, I look at how much I can make. I mean, if they're only giving me 50 cents on something, that's not worth it to me. And then I run ads. It's not under my ProjectME brand. You don't have to run ads like this under your brand if it's something that doesn't go along with your brand. You can literally create a Facebook business page just for doing this. It does not, again, have to be under your brand. No one really cares when you have really good ads. So then you'll see those kind of ads. I know you guys have seen them. You've seen them on, you've for sure seen them on Instagram, and you see an ad and you have like, there's these cute girls or, guys, depending on the niche, and they're wearing the cute hat with a top knot, and you're saying like, you get 20% off for first-time customers, click here, and then people click and buy it. And so I just do the math, right? As long as I am making more than I'm spending in ads for whatever affiliate products, then I just keep turning up how much money I spend on ads. And as long as, again, I'm making more than I'm spending on the ads, well, you could just keep cranking up the ads, and then you can make a lot of money. Now, the catch with that is you need to pick a product that is trending, or it could be like, it could even be tank tops or sweatshirts that have trending sayings on them. So one that I'm starting to do is there's a lot of trending like tanks and sweatshirts that are making jokes about the Karens. No offense to my Karens. I love you. And I'm basically capitalizing on that trend. You guys see what I'm saying? There's a lot of great ones for moms out there. So that is one way that you can do it. But you can also do it without ads and use your organic audience. But I don't know how built up your audience is. And you can use your organic audience and drive traffic to it. The great thing about selling other people's stuff is you don't have to fulfill an order, meaning you don't have to ship them the stuff and deal with returns or anything like that. You don't have to make it. You don't even have to really do the actual marketing. Like a lot of these companies will provide you with the really cute images, photos, videos to use in ads in order to sell their product. So you don't even have to create all that stuff. You just have to either do the ads or use organic marketing to promote those things. So that's one That's just one avenue of passive income. Another one are looking at digital products. So something I like talking about a lot are paid printables. And what I mean by paid printables is, and this can be tied to your brand. So it also is building up your brand as well. Because I do want you to have several passive income streams that are tied to your brand. So you can build up that brand name, and eventually, more people buy from you. You can take them down the path of spending more and more money with you because they become loyal customers. So within your own brand, paid printables are such a great starting point. I'm all about making sure you have some ultra low ticket offers to take people, because when someone's a stranger, they're not going to just easily hand over even a couple $100s to you, even necessarily $100. You need to have ultra low ticket offers. It could be $17, $27. And this is where even $7, this is where paid printables come in. So again, it needs to go along with your niche, but you want to go along with your niche and take a look at what's going on in the world, the time of year, and make it timely and make it something that people really, really are like, oh, I've got to have that. I've got to have it. And don't try to go too broad with it. So any sort of paid printable or lesson plan that's going to help a parent homeschool right now, that can likely do incredibly well. Whether it's a planning guide, it's a calendar, it's some sort of activity book, something like that they can just print out at home and they just pay you, $17 for it, $13 for it. There's a great example. It could be a done for you workout calendar that you can print out. It could be planner pages so that you can make your own planner. It could be some sort of craft project. I mean, I've seen people be really successful with bringing back like old school back in the day, like paper dolls, and things like that. So you can then take it up a notch and do, recipe books where people have to pay for it, and don't start going, oh my God, I have to do like 100-page recipe book. It doesn't have to be. It just needs to be really specific. It could be a month's worth of snacks or recipes, as long as it goes along with your niche and your brand. And then you use your own audiences to get people to obviously buy that low ticket thing. And then if you want to take it up a notch, you can test Facebook and Instagram ads to that low ticket thing. One of the biggest mistakes people make with any form of ad is they get greedy and try to get people to buy like a course or something like that through an ad. It's just not going to work unless you're already a well-known brand and you're targeting your existing audience. Otherwise, it needs to be either something that's free or it needs to be an ultra low ticket. And it's like, well, God, Tiffany, how am I going to make a whole bunch of money off of, printables that are $7? Well, you start with one printable, then you create another, and you just have income streams that just build over time. So this is a snowball effect. They build over time, and pretty soon you're making an extra $100 a week here, an extra $250 here, an extra $400 here, and that really starts adding up. The great news is once you create that asset, you don't have to do anything else. You create the asset, the opt-in, someone gives their name and email to get the thing, and then all you have to do is share about it. And those of you who still have a lot of work to do and being comfortable selling in a way that feels good to you. Usually what I find is when you start promoting low ticket offers, because it's so inexpensive, you don't have that resistance to promoting stuff like that. So now let's go further, right? If you're someone who's a writer, for sure, you can write these mini guides. That's like mini guidebooks where maybe they're 40 pages long. You have pictures, you have all sorts of things. Now you can charge a little more. Now let's go further than that. You can create mini courses. You don't have to start with like a robust course. You can do a mini course. Maybe it's a $97 course. Maybe it's $197. Maybe it's $297 that solves a specific problem. Yes, with passive income, you have to do the upfront work, but then the payoff happens at night when you're sleeping, when you're on vacation, when you're busy doing your active income thing, and you build it one stream at a time. Don't try to go from like 0 to 1,000. You build one stream at a time, and pretty soon you have all these streams. You can end up very easily, depending on how much time and effort you put into it. You could have 17 streams in 6 months. That's not a crazy thinking. And just think about that. Even if, I'm like starting to do math. Hold on a second. I'm bringing out the calculator because this could be dangerous. Let's say you have 17 things, all different things in 6 months. And each one of those is bringing in $100 a month. So that's $1,700. Oh my God, that was really easy math. That's embarrassing. That's $1,700 a month now that you have coming in. And that's just then. It's just only going to grow as your brand grows. So now you have 1,700. Now you can then double that. You see how that starts coming in. So you know that money is going to be there. And if you want, you can then look and see which passive income streams are doing better. Maybe it's your paid printables. Maybe it is the course on a certain topic. So now you're getting a really good idea of what your ideal clients are really craving and wanting from you. They're telling you what the market demand is. You don't guess. That's where you lose money. You let your customers tell you what it is. Just like with a house. Yeah, someone can list their house, which is happening a lot right now. They're listing it hundreds of thousands more than it's worth. Your house is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. And if someone wants to pay for it, and if there's interest. It's the same goes for all of this stuff. But I don't want you guys telling yourselves, that lie of, you have to have money to make money. Yes, if you want to go have rental properties and things like that, yeah, you have to have money to get the damn rental property. If you want to make really big money in the stock market, yeah, you have to put in a good amount of money to make more money. But you also don't have to. You can also start, like I said, at $300 a month, $500 a month, and grow it from there. You can start with these digital assets and just build one at a time. You can start checking which digital paid printables are doing well organically. And then you're like, okay, so people really love this cool, printable 7-day planner I made. Okay, so people really love it. They're paying for it. I'm going to put, Facebook or Instagram ads on it, maybe just $10 a day to test it. And as long as you are making more money than what it costs you to do the ad, you're winning. So these passive income streams must be a part of your strategy for general wealth building, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. And if you do have a business, no matter what stage you are in business, this absolutely needs to be a plan. I see a lot of people doing masterminds and group coaching. I love that. That's big ticket. That's fantastic. Or doing events and things like that. But you're still required. That is still active income. I'm not saying it's not worth it. It totally is. But I need you to have passive income streams that you're starting to build in the background and not be blowing those off. So if I were you, I would focus on one primary, especially if you're in your first 3 years, I would focus on one, maybe two forms of active income, and then make a point of saying, okay, once a month or once every 6 weeks, I'm going to create a passive income asset. And again, this is a lower cost asset. So it doesn't need to be all this pressure where you have to make this robust, earth shattering course. It's going to be a volume play. where you make great money on the number of people who are buying it. And you just need to nail what specific problem that you're solving. Maybe you create these mini, like really mini trainings, and then it's something people that they can digest it. And it's just 1 or 2 videos, and they get some PDFs that come with it, and it solves one specific problem. Right? So I really want you to start getting your brain working. One way that I think will help you, especially in terms of like paid printables and digital assets, go on Pinterest, and I want you to type in, see what happens when you type in paid printables. And if that doesn't work, type in free printables. That's probably better. So anyone who does paid printables and does it well, they also have free printables available. So those are my fellow sticker lovers. I freaking love stickers. I swear to God, I'm 12. I have a client, and there's lots of other people too, but I have a client who is making multiple 6 figures a year on printable stickers. Not lying. And it's multiple streams of passive income, like all different sticker packs, that kind of a thing. So I want you to type in to Pinterest free printables, and you will then, you can click away and go down that hole, but you will see when you start clicking, you end up landing either on their Etsy shop or you land on their website. And then there are all sorts of other printables available that they charge for, but they give you some free printables so you can like see their quality, end up going, oh my God, if this is free, I can only imagine what their paid printables are. Some of the people who do the sticker thing, you can do their printable stickers and they're like really cheap. It's like $4. But then if you want the actual stickers already cut and mailed to you, then you're paying more, which some people, would prefer that. So I just want to get your creative juices going and flowing over this stuff. And you can even type in like free printables and like pick something like in your niche, free business printables, free workout printables, free nutrition printables, and just see what comes up so that you can be inspired to start creating your own forms of passive income. I just want to see you guys starting to get this snowball rolling. Part of why I'm able to make a choice of even whether or not I started ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. I don't even have to have this company. And part of why I can be so free to be selective on who I work with and what I do and what I spend my time on is because of these passive income assets I've built up. That's where that true freedom is. And these assets don't go away. I mean, you can keep them going on for decades, especially if you're creating things that are evergreen, as we say in the industry, where they kind of don't die out. It's stuff that's good for the end of time. I actually have a new paid printable that is going to be coming out for sure in September. And I might change my mind on this, so don't hold me to it. I'm initially was thinking of offering it as a freebie, and then I'm going to start charging for it really quickly, like in a matter of a week. I'm not sure yet what I want to do because it costs me money to have them designed, and it's freaking amazing. But then at least you guys will see an example of a higher level paid printable. That's the other cool thing is you can then change free printables into freebies to build an email list. You can have them be bonuses to your other programs. And it makes people feel really, really good because they're getting something for free, or they're getting something that you normally charge for free, and it's going to make you feel good too. So these are assets that you can plug and play in so many different areas of your business. So I hope you guys found this enlightening and you feel inspired that that you can start creating this. You do not need to be making all this money before you start creating passive income. You don't need to have these like super involved, in-depth digital assets. Simple sells, people. simple and specific sells. Just remember that. You don't need to solve all of someone's problems in one asset. That, in fact, usually doesn't sell very well. If you guys love this episode, do me a favor, take a screenshot, share it on social media, share it on Instagram, and tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Any follow-up questions you have to this episode, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany, and I spend 2 hours every single day inside my DMs 7 days a week answering your questions and getting to know you guys better. So I love answering follow-up questions to episodes because I want to make sure you guys get after this. This is the game changer. This is why I have $1 million in the bank. This is why I have freedom and true peace of mind. And this is what I want for all of you. Wishing you guys great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.